What's up YouTube, Venoman20 here tonight, and tonight I'm going to show you what I do believe is the most beautiful lizard in the world, so stay tuned. So the lizard I'm about to introduce you to, like I said, I do believe is one of the most beautiful lizards in the world. This guy ranks right up there. The emerald swift, the electric blue day gecko, the Spider-Man agama, these are all absolutely wonderfully beautiful lizards. But this guy holds a torch of his own. Just an amazing animal, and I keep saying guy. I'm slightly wrong on that. This is actually a little girl. This is not what I keep her, and I just got her. First and foremost, I'm going to tell you, she's probably PO'd. She's probably a little mad. When they're mad, they darken up. She does quite a bit, especially when she's stressed. She's stressed from the move. She probably doesn't like me much. But here she is. This is the Panther Chameleon. Now, this being a female, you guys are going to hate me on this, they're not as pretty as the males. They're not as outstanding. So with that being said, I have one of the most beautiful reptiles or lizards in the world, but if she got a boyfriend, he would be quite a bit more attractive. As you see, like I said, she's darkening up. Look at her. It's okay, sweetheart. She's kind of a grump. I already know that. She's tried to bite me a couple times, but that's beside the point. What are you doing? I'm sorry about the little tub during transport. You sure are beautiful. Man, I love those colors. I'm so excited to have her. The only problem is, this is one huge downside in my opinion to keeping chameleons, is they don't have a long lifespan. Females of this species could last 3 to 5 years. 7 is like maximum in captivity. I think that's just like males. I honestly don't think females live that long. Once they start having eggs, once they start laying eggs, having clutches, it's game over. They have, I think it's like 4 to 6 clutches. Is that right? They don't have very many, but it just takes a lot out of them. Kind of like a female spider, they just don't do too well. What are you doing? But these are beautiful, beautiful lizards. I absolutely love them. Hi. All chameleons are very beautiful and can change their color quite well, but these guys just get so bright. The males can actually be a very bright red, and some of them can be a very bright blue. What's interesting about the females is they'll kind of turn a purple color when they actually have eggs, or having eggs. Oh, you want to get down? Want to go someplace? You can hold on to your plant if that makes you more comfortable. They'll actually turn kind of a purplish. Just to signify to the male that they're not thinking about breeding because they're already been bred. These guys are great climbers. They have these little kung fu hands that are great to grab a hold of the branches. Hi. What are you doing? One of the most interesting things that I think that the chameleon possesses as a species is the ability to move their eyes independently from each other. It's a very cool adaptation. Unfortunately, you can definitely tell when they're no longer paying attention to you, just like this girl is now. She doesn't care what I'm doing. But she's starting to lighten up. She seems like she's getting a little bit more comfortable. At least in this shot she is. But they're very cool. Like I said, they can change color, so they'll actually darken up quite a bit when they're stressed. But whenever they're feeling comfortable, she lightens up quite a bit. So I'm going to go ahead and feed her, see if we can't get her to eat a little bit since her tripped. So we're going to go ahead and put some superworms inside this bowl. Normally I'd use mealworms, but I only have superworms laying around, and I want to see if she'll eat something. So I'm going to go ahead and put some Repticalcium on there, get the calcium covering the bugs. That way we don't have any issues with metabolic bone disease or anything in the future. You want to make sure that you always either gut load or get vitamins on your bugs. That way, you don't have any issues. They need those vitamins. You also want to make sure that you're using like a UV light too. But got them pretty sufficiently covered. Could add a little bit more, but it's not bad. It'll work out. But we'll see if she'll eat. I'm not sure if she will since, the transport and everything. But we'll go ahead and put some bugs in front of her and see if she's interested. One very, very, very cool thing, probably the coolest thing ever about chameleons, is their ability to catch bugs with their tongue. They have an extremely long tongue, about as long as their body, and they have the ability to stick this out, and it's sticky at the end, and they can actually grab a hold of the bug and pull it back into their mouth. Oh, she's interested. Locked on, missile engaged, and plop. Got it. See, what I was talking about the super worms is the fact that they're crunchy. They're a little bit harder than the mealworms. They're just a little bit thicker, a little bit tougher. So, plus size-wise, a little bit bigger, you know. So, I'm gonna see if I can't get her weight up a little bit. I think she's a little bit skinnier than what I like. As you see here, she kind of darkened back up. She's not having what I'm doing. She wants the camera, but I need the camera for work. Get off of it. The chameleons are such interesting lizards. They're so much fun. I love their little eyes and how they move them back and forth. Their hands are not designed for flat ground though. As you see, if she gets down on the table, she just slips and slides. They're just meant to grab a hold. They're very comfortable climbing, so they need a lot of stuff to climb on. Getting ready to put her back inside her cage. Her cage is not completely set up yet. I would like to get some nice plants in there, but I don't have any plants that are cleaned and good for her. I got the palm by the side of the cage and a snake plant, but it's not really anything that she can grab a hold of very well. Oh, almost fell. But I'm also going to spray her down. Chameleons don't drink from a water dish, so you really need to spray down their cage furniture, spray them down, spray down the cage. I am using, I don't think this is a ReptiBreeze, but it's kind of like the Zoo Med ReptiBreezes, which is a totally screen cage. If they don't have a completely screen cage, the humidity can build up, you can get a mold problem, and they can end up getting respiratory issues from it and possibly passing away. So they really need an all screen cage, chameleons do. But just means I got to spray them down more often. But anyway, any of these products I listed, if you're interested in, I'll have links down into the description so you can go check them out. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed her. She's a beautiful little lizard. I love her. About chameleons and you're thinking about getting one, or if you already own one, that you take really good care of them. They're a very fragile animal, or they can be if not treated right. If you've seen the cage that I have this one in, it's a completely screen cage. They don't do well inside like glass terrarium. So if you was to buy like one of those Exoterra cages that look awesome, they're arboreal, they seem like they'd be a perfect fit. They're really not. And the reason is because they don't get enough ventilation. They need the ventilation to cut back on mold, and so they don't have any respiratory issues. Also, earlier, like I said, got to have the ReptiCalcium, some sort of calcium for your animal. That way metabolic bone disease isn't an issue. Also, you got to buy the UV lighting. No, it sucks, but you need to do that. Also, these bulbs normally only last about a year. They'll keep running, they'll keep working just fine, but they won't actually be putting out UV. So it's very beneficial that you remember when you got yours and that you can replace it annually. Bugs. I think roaches are the perfect bugs in the world. They seem to really like crickets though, which crickets are, you know, like 90% water, so you can always gut load your crickets or put the vitamins on them, or do both, which would be great. But anyway, I trust you guys will take care of your animals. I just wanted to throw that out there, that don't just buy one on a whim, because they are quite a bit of work, but at the same time they're very rewarding. So anyway, hopefully you enjoyed this. Hopefully I can get a male for her, because if I get a male for her, trust me, your guys are going to be the first one to see it. Those are so beautiful. But it'd be really cool to have babies someday. I mean, can you imagine little baby panther chameleons? It'd be so cute. But anyway, subscribe, stay tuned for my next video. Don't forget, I got a contest going on right now. You can go to my last video, check that out. I'll leave a link in the description so you guys can enter for a chance to win some free stuff. Anyway, have a great night. Bye.